Hey guys, welcome to another video. This video will be a powerful lesson story. This is about a guy, Rob Hirschberg, who turned $20,000 into $15 million. And he was investing, speculating in junior minor stocks. I'm going to show the video and we're going to react as we watch it. But I know this is hard to find, and anytime gold and silver is up, I always go look for this story. So I hope you enjoy it.
Should I have my seatbelt on or no? I hate seatbelts. Do I need it? Here we are in downtown Toronto. Nice snowy day, slushy. Winter, can't wait till it's over. To me, the type of investments I was making, it was a gamble. Stock market is a gamble. Penny stocks is more than a gamble, and I recommend that because of my experience of in doing it several times, going up and coming down. The one thing I've never figured out, hopefully this time around, is to know when to get out at the top and always come back in the bottom. Coming from Brazil, we were kind of a poor family, and we came to Canada. We experienced the same thing, and when I was 8 years old, our parents bought their first house. It was a 2-bedroom bungalow, and it was 700 square feet. I thought my parents bought a mansion. You know, I died and went to heaven, coming from 190 square feet house. And then from there, just seeing in the neighborhood that I went to, there was homes much bigger, 3,000 square feet. So it just drove me to want more in life. I failed 2 grades. I failed grade 3, failed grade 5. What I did is that when I grew up, I had a language barrier speaking, because my parents spoke 3 languages in the house. We thought they spoke 4, but it was 3. And through that, I had a hard time communicating growing up. So in business, working for my previous employer myself, I had a hard time saying no. For that reason is that when I said no, I would have to explain to people why they wouldn't get their merchandise or why it was expensive or anything. So whatever the customer wanted or the employees that came to me, I just said yes, and I made it all possible. Back then, the money really drove me, because seeing my parents never had money, you know, we couldn't do anything, we couldn't buy anything. Came in the mining industry approximately about 1979. I remember back in 1981, I was working with about $20,000 in the market. And came 1987, I had about $850,000 by playing juniors. So the excitement of that, I guess I'm the type of person that always wants to chase that, having the taste of it. 1987 came. I remember I was margin on some of the stocks. Didn't know what margin really was. You know, brokers would loan you money. So when 87 came, the market crashed. My portfolio was minus $50,000. Paid off the brokers and said, this is not a place for me. Came back in the markets in 2001, 2002. My wife gave me $20,000 to use it to put the money into our house, our first house. And from there, that $20,000, I decided to buy 2 stocks. I said this to my wife, I'm going to put this in a drawer and I'm never going to sell them. I had a portfolio from that $20,000 In those 5 years, 6 years, I grew it into $1,000,001. Again, 2008, the market comes tumbling down, the crash we had. As it came, I was worth approximately about $300,000 of securities, but $150,000 of those securities were worthless. There was no bids, there was no asks. The other 200,000, whatever I could salvage, I took out of the market and said, I'm never going to play the market again. Because I find myself to be a gambler, I'm the type of guy that I have to be all in order to be happy, looking for the big hit. That 150,000 that I said, worthless. By 2011, by December, that portfolio was worth $15 million. I was taken by it. It was magical because it happened in such a short time. And that I contribute that to just identifying opportunities, following the right management, looking for the blue sky potential. That was my angle. 2011, there was a downtrend on my whole portfolio. December, I'll never forget it. The market started to drop. I thought it was a short-term correction. I've said to myself that this is going to be short-lived, and from there, the market slowly took a nosedive, and till this day, hasn't really corrected itself. But I'm a believer. If you can wait it out, this would be the third time in my life that I've seen this happen. I believe that the market will come back, and it's going to come back with vengeance. And it's around the corner, and I just can't wait to be part of it. I say to myself, hurry up and get here. And I know I'll be there jumping on the winners. The market, to me, it's totally a game. I treat it as points. The more points you get, that's your rewards, that's your success. The rush is everything. Watching the stock go up, there's nothing like it. I miss the market. I love the action. The action, you never know when it's gonna fly. In the investment world, there's no such thing as a sure thing. So to remember, play with money you can afford to lose. It's something that once you have the taste of it, it's hard to let go of that winning.
All right, so there you have it. So Rob had two bull waves, two bull runs in his life, and he's hoping for the third one. The first one, he took a big risk back in 1981, and with 20K, he turned it into over $850,000. Then the crash happened. He was on margin. He went negative, which means he owed more money than he had in his account. He went debit, which was a disaster. So that was a huge failure. But I'm sure that's where he got the bug. 2001 and 2, let's say 2002, because that would have been roughly the bottom for stocks and gold stocks. But he then again took a down payment. Instead of buying a house, he put $20,000 into two gold stocks, which 11 years later, no, 9 years later, became $15 million. And remember, it crashed in 2008. He took out $150,000 to $200,000, and he left half of the position. Let's say $150,000. So this could have been $30 million if you think about it. The 20,000 he put down in 2001, 2002 would have become $30 million hypothetically. So that's the wild story. That was in a 9-year period. over 100x the money. It would have been even more if he left the whole position. But that was in gold stocks. He traded two gold cycles from low prices to high prices in metals, and I think it's exciting. It's a wonderful story. And then so let's look at silver real quick. Let's look at the monthly chart. And he traded in 1981, 82, and until 1987. So that would have been his first period of success. Would have been, let's say, here. So he would have had that boom, and then the crash of 87 would have taken him out. Then in 2001, 2002, that happens to be the bottom in gold. And he traded all the way until 2001. So that would have been down here, up here, and then he did have the crash in 2008, which was a bump in his road, but eventually he ended up with $15 million with the initial 20K. And then now he's waiting for this recovery period. That video was maybe 13 years old. So maybe he's in a better spot now. But the thing I want to point out is in 2011, we had a peak in silver of $50. In 2002, it was 4 to 50 or 48, over 10 times. And depending when you start measuring, if you say that the bottom was $14 or $12 in silver, when will be the next top? When will the next top be? I don't think $50 will be the top, not this time, because that will be the second time we get that high, $48, $50. I think it'll be somewhere above 50. Anyways, this is more of a hope video. Get people excited. Share the video if you like it. Bookmark the video, because I'm sure in the future, if we see silver over 50, you'll or if you're thinking about telling friends about gold and silver or long-term investing, this is the type of video you'll want. And then back to the video, ceo.ca. That's where the channel is. Let's give them a subscribe and a like. Support them. This is how to parlay $20,000 into 15 million speculating in junior mining stocks. Cheers and take care.